Hello and welcome back to another video about Honkai Impact. Today we are going to continue with the main story and we are going to begin chapter 27, Dusk of the Fool. After last episode we got betrayed by Otto already, or from what it seems like, and he is starting to start with his plan of using the power of the Herrscher of the Dominance Core that he somehow managed to get without needing the core, or at least found a way to control the power. So yeah, we are going to begin chapter 27 now. We are going to continue using this setup from characters, since it is the best one for now. Well, we could change her for Herrscher of Sentinels. Then we have three Herrschers. Yeah, seems more interesting that way. So yeah, let us begin. See what the clones or the puppets that Otto sent have planned. 1835, Saturday, October 14th, 2017, aboard aerial battleship Hyperion. Warning, abnormal readings detected at 1 AM. At 1 AM. Estimated over 100 unknown life forms. Warning, all infiltrated readings from target organisms are consistent with Schicksal Overseer Otto Apocalypse. All engines have been started, awaiting orders. Hyperion cannon fully charged, awaiting orders. Radar team, comms team, please continue to monitor the situation. Engine team and weapons team, please stand by and prepare for combat at any time. Madam Teresa, we are receiving a signal from an unknown external source. Establish contact. I was expecting this. Protocol confirmed. Broadcast initiated. All Schicksal and non-Schicksal personnel deployed to Colston, please remain in place and stand by until further notice. If you leave your current position without permission, you will be responsible for the consequences. Is that an Otto clone? They operate like robots. Please don't waste everyone's time, puppet. I want to communicate with the real Otto Apocalypse. Illegal request. Protocol does not exist. Returning to initial protocol. Continuing broadcast. All Schicksal and non-Schicksal personnel deployed to Colston, please remain in place and stand by until further notice. If you leave your current position without prior permission, you will be responsible for the consequences. So what? Your plot was exposed, so you hid somewhere and closed the door on us. He usually does stuff like this when he's up to something. He finds a way to delay us until it's too late to stop him. Disgusting. He stole the powers of the Herrscher of Dominance right in front of us. What is this rascal planning now? I don't know. What could we say? If we better head out immediately and find him ourselves. Just as Fura said, if we delay now, he'll be doing exactly what he wants us to. Wow, nice analysis, my dear granddaughter. It seems like you matured a lot while you were away. What? What? You're surprised at the switch in transmissions? I would at least think those two anti-entropy doctors wouldn't be surprised. After all, you saw it before, 60 years ago, didn't you? You're a disgrace. Don't get angry, Dr. Tesla. What I'm going to do next will be extremely beneficial for all of you. Beneficial? Alright, I can't wait to hear what overconfident nonsense you have to say. Overconfident? Indeed, when it comes to this, there may be one more confident than myself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to celebrate the future of humanity. To achieve this goal, I will sacrifice myself on the imaginary tree I strove to give humanity another 500 years, to give you enough time to stop Honkai. What? 500 years? Oh, it looks like my dear granddaughter has realized something. Yes, in my overconfident view, these 500 years are nothing more than a byproduct. I remember that I said not long ago I will soon set off on the last part of my journey to the other side of the world to seek the soul existence. I will erase 500 years of history from this time branch and return the world to a state in which Kallen Kaslana was still alive. Of course, there's no need to worry that your own existence will be erased. All of you who have come to courts today, no matter what position you hold, Otto Apocalypse will protect you from the time currents. And once you are in the past, you will certainly be able to help the Holy Maiden realize her ideals. Hey, has the Schicksal Overseer finally lost his mind? What are you babbling about? Time reversal, putting aside questions on how it could be technically done, you think we don't know how much energy it would theoretically require? What if I told you I had reached an agreement with the entity known as the Will of Honkai? And what if I said the cost would be time flowing through the imaginary tree or the resin itself? You don't believe I have such an agreement? Just patiently wait for 12 hours in the Hyperion and you see what happens. It sounds like you're giving us one last opportunity to challenge you in the final 12 hours. Oh, typically Dr. Einstein, who can really keep a cool head. That's right, I'm willing to give you all an opportunity. If you don't approve of my methods, then come to that church you had before and beat me into submission. Of course, under these circumstances, my loyal subordinates will be in town, trying to stop you. From my own perspective, I don't wish for any of you to see combat. You are simultaneously provoking us while hoping that we hold back. Why? It seems you are desperate to find flaws in what I'm saying, Doctor. That's no good. All you need to know is that if I succeed, the world will have an extra 500 years with which to defeat against Honkai. And the cost is nothing more than letting ordinary people, aside from those of you present here, revert to the state they were in before they were born. As for this message itself, you should understand it as me giving you all an opportunity for a fair fight. I get it. We will give you the fight you asked for. Good. That is truly excellent, my dear granddaughter. Your reaction is even better than I anticipated. Why don't you do what you did last year and take action, Teresa? I will be waiting for you patiently at St. 547 Church. Goodbye. The former overseer was back to his old tricks. Once again, as soon as he had conveyed his intentions, he cut off communication. Erasing time and history, reached an agreement with the Will of Honkai, giving 12 hours. It was all more than anyone imagined. I want to confirm one thing, Dr. Einstein, Dr. Tesla. What is it? The Will of Honkai. Do we know anything about such an entity? Unfortunately, from a technological standpoint, we don't. Would the Herrscher of Reason Corps block communication between Welt and the Will of Honkai, allowing him to become the Herrscher who fights for humanity? The downside is that Andean probably lost their only opportunity to research the will of Honkai. I see. That is to say, in our current situation, we have to take his word for it. That's one way of putting it. Although I don't want to admit it, I'm afraid that's the truth. Damn, we know perfectly well that he's leading us along. Sometimes this kind of thing happens on the battlefield. There's no commander on the planet who has the ability to decide the strategy of all the time. Sometimes one gets forced into a decisive battle. Let's go. We can order everyone to assemble on the way. At the same time, we can discuss tactics. After Hyperion was put on the highest level of alert, the previously quiet passageways were filled with tension and noise. But among all the clamor, the loudest noise was still Dr. Tesla's booming voice. What? Splitting up our troops? Doesn't that negate our advantage? We'll be facing strong enemies this time. We have to approach cautiously and assess the situation. Hey, in my opinion, the reason that guy emphasized 12 hours is that he wants to delay us. We should concentrate all our firepower in one area. Once preparations on the Hyperion are complete, let's take the shortest path, breaking through and seizing the church. This isn't a game, Dr. Tesla. That might blow up the Schicksalsstaff who are still in town. Besides, we still don't know what Otto has up his sleeve. Rashly jumping into a battle might have risks that we can't even anticipate. Huh? Didn't he lose the powers of the Herrschaft Dominance? If we beat the real Herrschaft Dominance, how can be afraid of a fake one? Don't forget, Dr. Tesla, that man's name is Otto Apocalypse. He's made us suffer more times than the beans you need to make a strong cup of coffee. What do you think, Teresa? Don't pay too much attention to Moped. You're the commander, so the tactical decisions are ultimately up to you. Dr. Tesla, I actually support Dr. Einstein's idea. Huh? Currently, we only detected the behavior of the Selenium clones, but they aren't just puppets of the enemy. Now we have no difficulty copying with the Herrschaft Dominance power. But whatever it's the tendencies of S-Wing vagaries or the enemy reaching an agreement with the will of Honkai, it's completely unknown to us at the moment. That being the case, our operation has to be divided into two phases. In the first phase, we should divide our troops so that we can fight and do recon at the same time. That way we can better understand the situation. In the second phase, we can concentrate our firepower once again and launch a strong, steady attack on the enemy. A blitzkrieg strategy needs to be supported by large amounts of intelligence, and intel is exactly what we're lacking right now. In other words, the strategy you suggested is too risky at the moment, Dr. Tesla. Okay, you have my reason. Have your reasons. I draw up another plan in accordance with Teresa's two-phase strategy. It just so happens that our engineering division has something that we can put to good use. After receiving Teresa's communication, Hyperion's frontline combat personnel gathered at the specified location within 5 minutes. Kiana, Ponya, Fua, Sili, Rosaya, Lilia all awaited orders with solemn expressions. Everyone, we don't have much time, so I keep this short. Before I announce the plan, I need to bring everyone up to speed on two things. First, according to Otto's statement, he has reached an agreement with the will of Honkai, which will allow him to force a time reversal. He's planning to return to the world outside Colston, to the state it was in 500 years ago, giving the Holy Maiden Kallen a second chance at life. Second, not long ago, anti-entropy scientists determined that Otto somehow managed to steal the power of the original Herrschaft Dominance. He used the Herrschaft Dominance power to integrate and control the clones currently surrounding the Hyperion. Due to the 2 points I just mentioned, I'm planning to divide Hyperion's first-line troops into 3 groups. Group 1, made out of Ponya, Sealy, Rosa, and Lily, will advance along the road on the opposite bank towards St. 537 Church, where Otto is located. Roger. We will also determine a suitable area for Dr. Tesla to install the Spartacus system based on the readings sent back from your detectors. The Spartacus system limits the powers of the Herrscher of Dominance by broadcasting a jamming signal. Based on the readings you automatically send back, we choose a suitable place for the transmitter. One less thing for you guys to worry about. To be precise, that will be the responsibility of Group 3. All you have to do is make sure the detectors you carry are working normally. Rosa, Lily, you don't have a lot of combat experience. If you run into trouble, you can stay back in support role. Don't force yourself to do something you feel uncomfortable with. Got it. We will comply with Sealy and Bornia's plan. Okay, that's it for Group 1. Now let's discuss the mission of Group 2. Group 2 will be made up of Kiana and Fuhua. You will set off shortly, advancing up the road on the south side of the river to seize control of the bridge upstream. Then you quickly press on to the St. 537 church and scout out the situation. While this is going on, Group 1 can help you attract the attention of the enemy. Also, just like Group 1, the detectors you carry with you will signals back to Dr. Tesla, helping her find a suitable location from which to broadcast the jamming signal. Understood. Compared to Group 1, Group 2 needs to be quicker in their assault on the enemy headquarters and rapidly assess the situation. Therefore, don't get too caught up in fighting, even though we need someone to keep advancing in divided assaults like this. Yes, Principal. Next is the third group, made up of myself and the two anti-entropy doctors and the Hyperion logistics crew. We will install and upgrade the Spartacus system and do our best to block the transmission mechanism of the Herrscher of Dominance. We also serve as a base supporting the attack. Is everyone clear about the plan? If we encounter Otto himself, what do you recommend we do, Principal? Try to delay him as long as possible and wait for reinforcements. At least according to his threat, we have 12 hours to stop him. Got it. Any other questions? Okay, if not, let's get started. Off to battle. Yeah. I would say it's not 12 hours, but a few minutes, or maybe 6. I would think maximum the half. For the first objective, that place will do. It's open view and dense enemy population make it a prime base. Okay, mission start. Yeah, I could read it. Yeah, I want to track this one. Okay. Oh. We can now fight against them. They are easier than expected. Try to stay focused, Sealy. This is combat. Being distracted for even a moment could be fatal. Oh, I know, Ponya. I know, but the buildings here are all beautiful. If one got destroyed, I would feel awful. This is the old Schicksal headquarters, a place awash in evil and suffering. Ponya thinks Sealy's safety is more important than protecting it. But the buildings are innocent, right? The people who designed, built and maintained They must have put in a lot of effort. And the majority of people who lived here probably had nothing to do with Schicksal's dark side. They just diligently went about their work. Like the garden over there, it looks like was once meticulously maintained. The overlord must have loved this place. And even though road is dusty now, we can tell it was once well kept. The people must have really liked living here. If they come back years later and find only rubble, they would surely be very sad. I don't want to destroy the place where they have so many memories. I think everyone's memories are worth preserving. Typically silly. Ponya understands. Ponya will try to avoid directly targeting the buildings in battle, and she will mind Rosa and Lilia as well. Sorry, was I being too stubborn? No, Ponya thinks that Silly has a point. Admittedly, being protective in battle can lead to some difficulties. But at the same time, it's the source of our strength and our greatest asset. So on this basis, I reiterate our tactical objectives. We'll be the first team to advance, and our initial objective is to serve as a distraction and attract the enemy's firepower, creating an opportunity for Group 2. We're planning to take an indirect route from City Hall Square to the church. The more commotion, the better, and the more enemies we attack, the better. At the same time, we collect data from the area where enemies are concentrated to help Group 3 determine the best location to install the Sparkakos system. That's right. Once the phase is complete, we make the church our objective along with Group 2. Hopefully we get there at the same time and start the final battle against Otto. I hope everything goes smoothly, but when our actions are so obvious, won't the enemy realize our intentions? It is indeed a transparent strategy, but given our current strength, it's our most reliable option. And even if the enemy can see through our plan, as defenders, they can only respond as usual. I see, sounds like Principal and Ponya have given this a lot of thought. Winning a battle before it begins is the only way to ensure victory. Now let's go out there and cause some chaos. Yeah. Yep. I think so too. That this is a good plan to create chaos. Chaos is always good. You have FIFA attack boost. Yeah, and another ultimate. Why does everyone seem so serious? Isn't it good to stay calm so we can focus on fighting? Ponya is usually quiet, but what's with Rosa and Lily? Don't mind them. A couple of kids without any experience in a real battle. They must be scared. Huh? Then I should take care of them. Rosalia, don't be afraid. Ponya and I have been in a lot of battles like this. There's no need to be nervous. We just need to keep our cool and help each other out, and we overcome this. A dangerous enemy appears, Ponya and I will protect you and make sure you don't get hurt. So don't be afraid, just fight like you normally do in training. You two are outstanding, I know that much. You should believe in yourselves. Shakes that. Yeah, silly. Actually, it's not like that. Shakes viciously. Huh? Are you not feeling well, Rosa? Oh no, we didn't bring a medical kit. Should we contact the doctors? Shakes until dizzy. Rosa met herself dizzy. Can I talk now, Lily? There aren't any outsiders here, so it's fine, I guess. Phew, I can't stand it anymore. I can finally talk. Huh? What do you mean you can finally talk? Lily told me that I had to keep my mouth shut the whole time. Lily said that since everyone was serious, we also had to stay serious. But if I couldn't do it, I had to stop talking completely. Because Rosa can kill the vibe by just opening her mouth. What? You just don't understand me. I'm your elder, more than 10 minutes older than you, so I'm obviously much more mature. I just wanted to say that even though I don't understand all that nonsense about tactics, we just need to go out and kick their butts. I can beat this Otto character with a single hand. You could at least start by remembering the enemy's name. I don't think there's anything wrong with Lily's judgment. But maybe... Yeah. She really would only bring problems. You know how awesome I am. Wow, enemies, enemies! Where? Sounds like they're nearby. Must be an ambush. That's our own comm device, Rosa idiotka. Stay there, don't move. Huh? Oh, gotcha. Is that okay? It's a little unstable and my feet are a bit numb. Holding the sword is getting tiring. Rosa, you don't need to stay in that weird pose. You aren't playing red light, green light. Huh? You're not? Dr. Tessa just made us hold our position. She didn't say you could move a muscle. Did you even stop breathing just now? No, why would I do that? The data was gathered successfully. In a while, we'll be over to set up the jamming device. You guys continue to advance and see if there are any other suitable locations. Based on my experience, there will likely be one where the enemies are most concentrated. Hey, relax and leave it to Rosalia. As long as I'm here, the battle will be a breeze. You didn't do anything. The hero doesn't show their full strength until the end. This is just a demonstration for you. Hey Rosa, wait for me. Let's catch up to this too, Bonya. Huh? Were you smiling just now, Bonya? Bonya was a little moved watching Rosa and Lily just now. These two remind me of Kiana and Bonya when they had just entered St. Freya. Back then, Kiana was a happy-go-lucky, silly girl who fell asleep in class or skipped it completely. She always failed her tests, got into trouble, and annoyed May. Bonya just thought she was annoying and was always finding faults with her, but she challenged Bonya, and of course Bonya couldn't refuse. And Bonya never expected her to take it that seriously. Although she never beat Bonya, she never gave up. She challenged me again and again. Kiana seemed too energetic, so I thought she would get into trouble by herself, so I stuck with her and tried to correct her behavior. Kiana was just a bit too right and made some outrageous mistakes, but whatever she did, Bonya would ruthlessly point out her errors. In the end, we gradually warmed up to each other and frequently worked together. As a result, it became two people's mess instead of just one, and the principal was left to deal with the consequences. Even now I think it's an unimaginable way to make friends, but Bonya doesn't mind it. That's pretty much fate, isn't it? You could say we were doomed to know each other. Back then, Bonya thought fighting was a lot easier than taking care of Kiana, but now I feel it's the opposite. The world is like this. Everyone grows up and renews themselves. Rosa and Lily are standing on the battlefield already, and even though they have much to learn, in the end they will find a reason to fight. Looking at the two of them, it's like I can see Bonya and Kiana from long ago. I can't help but reminisce about those days. Bonya... Don't worry, Bonya knows what you're about to say, silly. Remember the past to build a better future, right? Bonya is so cool, strong and reliable. Silly will study hard. No, Ponya also has a lot of weaknesses, but she definitely worked hard to overcome them for Silly's sake and everyone's sake. But anyway, we really should catch up to this too, otherwise there's no telling what kind of crazy stuff they do. Okay, this way. I want to have this chest first. More element damage. Where was this thing? Here. This one would be good. What I need to remove would remove 2. This one can get removed. Yeah, and I don't deal much physical damage, so this way it makes more sense. Since my main damage comes from elemental damage. So I should focus on this one. And not on normal damage. Physical damage. Only make the fight longer. One next hit. And defeated. And ultimate. A giant explosion in it doesn't do much damage. I find that funny. Okay, enemy turns are of course at the square here. Okay. What do we do? Seems like it's really broken. It's all Rosa's fault. Told you that it wouldn't work. Liar, just now you said you thought it was a good idea. Rosa Idiotka must have misheard. When I started to put the signet detector on the sword and spin it round, why didn't you tell me to stop? Because it looked like you were having such a good time. But enough about that, let's figure out how to solve this. How do we solve it? We spun it around to extend its range and collect some more data, but when it flew into a wall and broke. When you put it like that, we definitely gonna get in a lot of trouble. We should say a powerful enemy broke it in the midst of intense combat. What do you think? That's smart, Lily. That's what we say. I suddenly feel an urge to go apologize to Principal Teresa right now. In her eyes, the two of us must have looked just like that. Poor Principal, always had to clean up our mess. Don't move, stay there. The badly damaged exterior of the detector vibrated with Dr. Tesla's voice. Everyone awkwardly listened as she talked to herself. And everyone couldn't help but notice that Dr. Tesla was completely oblivious about the situation. Okay, I did it. Nice. Now while we go install the other transmitter, it should be interfere with these Otto clones. Group 2 is almost ready to report, so you can proceed to the next phase of the battle. From now on, you're on your own. See you at the church. Oh, due to Isolia's magnifying performance, we finally achieved victory. Isolia didn't do anything. We haven't achieved victory. We were close. This time, Rosa will deliver the final ultimate. What kind of ultimate? I'm still deciding. Did you only just start thinking about it? Should I call it Super Spin, or how about Wind and Fire Wheel? You're just thinking about the name. Okay, no need to argue about stuff like this. We have to keep advancing. There was a subtle change in the atmosphere. Ponya sensed the danger and couldn't help but shiver. Everyone, be careful. Yeah, looks like the home is finally making a move. Yeah. Are these bears trying to trap us here? Let's take a closer look. It's probably... it should be... The other one that slept was in hibernation for 500 years. The on it, no. No, the ice. No. I think no, the bridge was protected by the Julian or whatever ship was called. So this should we should meet Rita now, since another pen. Since Londa was ordered to be on standby, so to only help worst case scenario. So I think we should meet Rita for now. Not a bad plan to just shrink the barrier more and more, but I don't know how good the plan is. Since in the end we still just only need to break out of it, which can be relatively easy if not completely done wrong. So yeah, and automate. It really helps that I do more elemental damage now. Since I don't have a quantum character. What's this? I feel like there's a familiar smell in the air. I see, it's an invitation. An invitation? We can choose to stay here and try to find a place to survive within this gradually shrinking barrier, or we can accept the invitation and face the one who gave us all this trouble. Regardless, whoever sent this invitation is really hospitable. That is to say, they're not really giving us a choice. Yeah, they prepared it so carefully that they can probably force us to accept the invitation. Ponya can guess who's behind it. Looking at it, I already have an idea. I trust your judgment, Ponya. Rosalie, what about you guys? What if we go in from here? Can we be the enemies? Lily thinks Rosalia should probably shut up now. Yes, so should we count it as an anonymous? Be careful, everyone. Yeah. Well, she's not completely wrong, but it's thought very very positive. In fact, could this be? This is the theater of domination. This stump just won't leave us alone. They're gone. It seems that we got separated again. But this time, Ponya can't sense any puppets. If Ponya's right, she should be around here. In keeping with tradition, should I say, welcome to the theater of domination? It is you, Rita Rosewise. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, Silver Wolf of the Woods. We meet as enemies today. There's no need for the formalities. Please don't say that. My respect for you is genuine, Ponya. That doesn't change despite being on opposite sides. Really? And who wrote that she wouldn't become our enemy? I was being honest when I said that. To be precise, I don't want to be enemies with anyone, regardless of whatever its entity or Schicksal, Hyperion or Master Otto. I just want to maintain a neutral position and fulfill my obligations. Forgive me for being blunt, but you don't seem very natural at the moment. I'm sorry for giving you that impression. After leaving the Hyperion, some things happened, which resulted in a slight change in my position. But please relax, I have no intention to harm you. Even the puppets I control are nothing more than keys Master Otto lent to me. They can't move on their own. The real powers of the House of Dominance have already been transferred to Otto. In this fiat of domination, there's nothing that will actively hurt you. I can guarantee that if you just wait here for a while, I will respectfully escort you out afterwards. Wait for a while, until the 12 hours Otto mentioned are up, right? You've always been so polite, Vanya, but given the current situation, you may not need to wait that long. If Vanya understands correctly, the guarantee you just made depends on us following your plan. What if you decide to leave? Then you have to forgive my lack of manners unless you are able to change my mind somehow. Unbearable rose will fight hard in her last battle and won't let you down. When you left this note, I guess you didn't expect this development. You're right, that is the safe way of doing it, isn't it? Of course, such a plan suits you. Staying neutral, finishing Otto's missions without harming us. That way, no matter who wins, you won't face the consequences. But if we fail to stop Otto, everyone on the outside will be annihilated. You don't care about that, do you? You have no scumbags about following orders from Otto? About that, I have no comment. Vanya has reminded me before not to make decisions that let down my comrades, and this is the decision I made. Save your breath. Vanya won't be ordered about and won't change her mind. Vanya will choose her own path and won't be hanging out around here. If Umbrella Rose, no Schicksal Esvenquel, Rita Rose Weiss wants to stop Vanya, now's the time to do it. I didn't expect you to give in, Vanya. Since you won't be pursued, show me what you've got. Yeah, that was to be expected. Why is she controlling these monsters? Is a strange ability a new power? Yeah. But I need to say that's the best feather suit he has from the design. What's the matter? Hiding your new outfit? Okay. The Knight feather suit is not. That attack was bad. You have to forgive me, Miss Vanya. An ordinary party relying on a battlesuit alone shouldn't be able to block all the attacks from players of reason. She's more accurate to hand combat than Vanya is. She's more experienced and aware, but that doesn't explain it. Vanya senses that she's using a strange power. Where does it come from? That was a good warm-up. Is it time to put our skills to the test, Miss Vanya? Of course, both sides have backup. Who knows, if you want to get this over with, we can ignore crushing power and surprise move and get right down to the basics. This is common sense on the battlefield. I take it you understand, Vanya, and I trust you also have something up your sleeve. To be honest, Vanya wasn't planning to use this, at least not here. I should say I wasn't mentally prepared, or didn't have the resolve. But now is not the time to consider such things. Vanya can't stop here, so there's no need to hesitate further. This is Vanya's answer. This time, Vanya will use her full strength to defeat you. At the same time. So that's why there was a familiar smell. The fiat of domination, here again. You've been here too many times. Have you grown accustomed to this place? No matter how many times I come, I always feel uncomfortable here. Really? I'm used to the air here. This time there are no horrible puppets here making a record. It's peaceful here, like a little vacation. But if you don't like it, forget it. I open up the exit and help you get out. I'm so used to opening up the door that it's getting boring. Wait. Huh? Change your mind? Want to go sightseeing first? We can leave easily, but Ponya, Rosa and Lily can't. We can't leave them here. Since the enemy intentionally split us up, she must know that. Just like the barrier she used to surround us, the enemy must be trying to win without fighting. If that's the case, aren't we doing what she wants if we stay here? What if we get out of here now and head straight for the church? They won't be expecting that. Yeah, that is an option, but before we do that, please give me some time. I want to see if I can get everyone out together. After all, we don't have that many people, so each one is vulnerable. And plus, I promised Rosa and Lilia that I would protect them. I can't break my promise. Okay, we do it your way. But if it takes too long and we start to run out of time, I force you to go out, and we randomize with the others at the church. We have to see the big picture, I understand. And keep in mind your own limitations. If you end up in a tricky situation, let me handle it, okay? Yeah, I will. Thanks, Lily. You really... Power, deception, skill. There's only one opportunity to combine these things. You must wait patiently for the perfect moment to achieve victory. But to defeat her, Ponya might need some... Yeah. Okay. It's a bit annoying. Bike. It's about time to get serious, Miss Saijin. Oh. Stuff eaten. Was that successful? No, I feel it's... The simulated source of Eden are broken. Phew, it was a matter of life and death. Stop here, Miss Ponya, your trick failed. If it weren't for the power of the simulated divine key being slightly diminished, it would have been a commendable attempt. Or did you reduce the power intentionally so no one would get hurt? But rating the power of the Herrscher of Reason is in just a few months. You're really a genius, Miss Ponya. Borrowing someone else's core to become a Herrscher and constantly practicing despite the risk of backfire. Few could endure that kind of pain. Mr. Young has a worthy successor indeed, even though the burden must be a bit too much for Ponya. It's nothing like that. You still have a lot of room for improvement, Miss Ponya. No need to push your limits today. No, actually, Ponya has been hesitating. I did receive the Herrscher of Reason core, but Ponya has always been confused about anti-entropy, about the Herrscher of Reason's successor, and about the world. The man called World, the leader of and successor of anti-entropy and humanity's protector, Mr. Young. The burden he bears is more than Ponya can imagine. Ponya saw countless memories in the Herrscher core, and each one was enough to overwhelm an ordinary person, but Mr. Young has lived with all of them. The more she followed Mr. Young's training, the more she understood his life, the less certain Ponya became. Is Ponya really qualified to be his successor, even if Ponya had better control over the powers of the Herrscher of Reason? The weight Mr. Young bears would be no lighter. He staggers onward, carrying the world on his shoulders. No matter what difficulties lie ahead, he never gives up and never retreats. Ponya doesn't think she is enlightened enough to carry the whole world, so she only inherited the name of the Herrscher of Reason and gave up the other stuff. But Ponya also understands that it isn't just an escape. Everyone at Anti-Entropy and on the Hyperion is too nice to point this out to Ponya, but Ponya can't turn a blind eye to the truth. Because he no longer uses the Herrscher core, Mr. Young is not nearly as powerful as before, and after so many life and death battles, his body is worn out. Despite this, he silently does his duty, allowing Ponya to grow up in peace and choose her own path. When he became the Herrscher of Reason, that was a choice he never had, a dream he never realized, and a future he always longed for. He generously allowed Ponya to have these things instead. Many say he was always like that, putting other people's happiness over his own. Maybe it's as Dr. Tesla says, he's a complete fool. But at least from the perspective of the younger generation and from the perspective of the Herrscher of Reason, Ponya wants to share some of his burden. Ponya can't carry the weight of the world on her own, but she can help. Not only that, but watching the people around her grow, watching Seely get stronger, and watching Hyana mature allowed Ponya to gradually realize that. Protecting the world isn't a burden that others impose on you, nor is it determined by circumstance. It's a longing in everyone's heart. It's not because we are strong that we do our duty, but protecting this world, what is everyone's home, gives us reason to use every ounce of our strength. The first Herrscher of Reason, Great Choice, was the original Herrscher, but he chose to fight for humanity, block the falling stars and protect the city. The second Herrscher of Reason, Joachim Young, inherited Red's name. He put his life on the line time after time to rescue humanity from crisis. No one asked them to do that. They chose the world, and they chose to stay loyal to the Red name.
三代目の関わりの律者ブローニャ在地区ここで自らの意志で彼らと同じ道をこの世界を選択しますこれがブローニャが一歩踏み出した証これが二人の断りの律者が使った時これが物理の法則を覆し世界を変える星です
Herrscher of Reason performed her killer move once again. However, within the increasingly distorted gravity field, Vita Rosway kept dancing around unhindered. Oh, that's really wonderful. You couldn't create a stable simulated divine key, so you just kept making them. Indeed, that's something only the Herrscher of Reason could do. But tricks only work once. You've already showed your cards. How will you break the deadlock now? You won't know unless you try. Release gravity ports. Sorry to say this, but it looks like you can't break through Vita's defenses. You lasted this long by continuously making simulated Source of Eden. You've really proven yourself, Miss Ponya. It's a shame that in a contest of endurance you can't outlast me. Have you seen the stars crumble? What? Let her see your true power, ninth divine key. Star of Eden, level 0 output, pseudo black hole, unleashed. Vita Roseway's side was completely obstructed by the building pieces raining down from above. The ruins of the theater could not withstand the power of the genius star eaten, which was neutral. Only that. At the same time. Lily, I still don't understand. What kind of magic is this? Most idiot god, this isn't magic, it's Honkai energy. Honkai energy can explain this? We just teleported from one place to another, it's like magic. If you don't understand it, then maybe you shouldn't talk so much about Idiotka. Lily doesn't understand either, right? Get out of the line of sight. What's up, Lily? Finally found you. It's in here. Lily's come to save us. Great, you are both fine. Looks like Ponya's not with you guys. In that case, Ponya might be facing the enemy behind all this. Yeah, I think we better go find her. Did you notice? I know, I've been paying attention to the time. We still have some time left. Whoa, earthquake, we doomed. Sorry, it was me who ate that last piece of cake last night. No need to start confessing things. Wait, it was you who ate it. Why would there be an earthquake in the Theater of Domination? Could be that Ponya is in trouble over there. Maybe, but this time we won't be able to go check it out. The Theater of Domination is about to collapse. Collapse? Grab those two little rascals and get out of here. Oh, this is the town from before. Oh, we made it out. Ponya. At the same time in the collapsed Theater of Domination. Great job. I didn't expect you had that trick up your sleeve. In this battle, Rita really lost. Although I expected that the deadlock at the beginning was part of the strategy, I didn't think the simulated divine key was also a diversion. The real game changer was the knife divine key itself. That you focused on destroying the whole theater rather than defeating Rita was even more unexpected. I'm sorry for having such a contempt for you before, Miss Ponya. These brave and unpredictable moves are not Veil's style, but are the result of Ponya's own intelligence and strength. Ponya's own strength, no, this was inherited from the Herrscher Wiesen. It's the strength of anyone at Anti-Entropy. The shell of the ninth divine key was restored only a month ago. Before that, the restoration hadn't gone smoothly. It wasn't until after the battle with the Herrscher of Dominance that Anti-Entropy made it a priority again. When dealing with that divine key, everyone was extremely careful and respectful. Ponya thinks that was because the memories attached to it were too grim. But we remember the past to build a better future. Celie has often said this to Ponya. So Ponya wants to take this as an opportunity to take her own first step. Otherwise, I'd be left behind by Celie, by Gianna, by May, by everyone. Ponya will never become mad, because Ponya is her own person, but Ponya will carry on their willpower and protect the world in her own way. Yes, you have proven that you're strong enough to take on Otto now. So this is what contempt means, because we're struggling during the battle in the air terminal, you aren't sure if we are strong enough to fight Otto. But speaking of that, Ponya didn't expect that even after the theater was destroyed, you still wouldn't show your cards. The Schicksal Eswin Gregory couldn't help but laugh. The sound of her laugh revealed some frustration along with a faint sense of unease. Are you talking about this power? Sorry, it's not that I didn't want to use it, it's that I didn't have time to fully understand its properties. Therefore, I chose to fight you using a method I was more familiar with. I'm not contemptuous of your ability at all. That's really a surprising reason. However, you put it. Rita was wise. It seems like you weren't trying to stop Ponya at all, but you took great pains to test Ponya's abilities. What made you so nervous? Why would you say that, Miss Ponya?
わかりません。
Ponya doesn't know either. Maybe it's intuition?
直感でしょうか。
Wait, that's something new. The always calm and rational Ponya talking about intuition. Ponya thinks that rather than stopping or testing Ponya, you anticipated Ponya's maturation using something as a template. Don't think too much. I did nothing more than fulfilling my duty. This is a proper force servant. Alright, if you are unwilling to say more, Ponya will ask no further. But anyway, this space we're in seems to be the space we would fall into after the theater of domination vanished, would naturally be the Sea of Quanta. Indeed. In this state, I can actually enter and exit freely, but you might be trapped here for a while, Miss Ponya. In my position, I would need to use some indirect means to provide assistance. Don't trouble yourself, because just as you said before, Ponya has trusty companions with her. Ponya. You're here, silly. Of course, when the theater of domination vanished and Ponya didn't come out, I was so scared I didn't know what to do. Luckily, Silly told me that Ponya might have fallen into the Sea of Quanta and took me there to look. In the end, you really are. Miss Greta? It looks like you two have a lot to catch up on. Why not go somewhere else to chat? Then, what about you, Rita? I stay here for a while longer, until the situation is more stable. Besides, Valkyries who fail a mission have to write a long report. Just let me rest for a while, a short break. I get it. Take care of yourself, Rita. And thank you. Well, we're going to head out. Trusty companions. It's been more than 20 minutes since the signal from Thorndyke's mobile transmitter disappeared. Through the contingency plan I drew up with Dr. Schrödinger is perfect. Being hopeless like this really adds to one's anxiety. Has everything that's happened until now been part of the Overseer's plan? If so, then could the end of this be? Why is everyone around me even more annoying than I am? Yeah. I expected that. Okay, what is that now? Okay. I expected somehow that. Narcosis shots. Oh, so black hole. Oh. I didn't expect some enemy to appear. Okay. It's good to know. To some degree, what this enemy does and how to fight against it. Perfect. And even a bonus. Okay. Bonus element damage. Physical damage. Okay. Yep. Savage. Okay. So now you're probably meeting Otto and start playing with Crew 2. So, Kiana and Fua. And oh, should get out of the way. And up we go. We just among the 52. Filthy. Yeah, filthy 52. And in his own weak person, if he can, must suffer duly at the wrongs of men. Fua looked at the piece of paper in her hand. It was a scrap of paper torn crudely from a book, as if someone did not approve of the book's contents. Meaningless scribbles were scraped in the margins, seemingly the result of someone's kid playing with a pen. And now the worthless page had mysteriously ended up in the hand of someone else, if it was fate. Time's up. Fua looked into the distance, letting the wind blow away the scrap of paper. It's time to go find Kiana. Yeah. I expect something like... Okay, so... but it seems like when she uses her power, her cape burns. Otherwise not. Is this button? Is it this button? The parents of Dr. Tesla's new detector made her nostalgic. The white-haired girl suspended the ivory-colored plastic wristband in front of her, examining it carefully. Both sides of the wristband had some soft buttons of the same color, barely noticeable without close inspection. Kiana? Ah, Fua, ready to go? Yeah. I'm examining the detector Doctor gave us. Kiana opened her hand to reveal the white wristband. I was just chatting with a staff member while waiting. She told me that besides being a general purpose detector for anti-entropy, it also has a lot of other functions. Other functions? For example, it can detect the vital signs of whoever it is wearing it, analyze your mood, and even compose and play music. Apparently, the song it plays always fits your mood. Do you want to try it, Fua? Yeah, let's go for... Okay, calm. The normal calm music. Do you want to try it, Fua? Yeah, I want to listen to Kiana's. Kiana's is also nice. Do you want to try it, Fua? Time is short, we better get going. Kiana nodded, then adeptly fastened the detector band around her wrist. Just 2 months earlier, she had worn a similar accessory on her wrist, that time to prevent her from causing harm. Fortunately, that was now a thing of the past. I'm all set, let's go. As she turned around, she nearly ran headlong into the curly-haired senpai. Excellent, you haven't left. Dr. Einstein, that's great. We've just made some slight adjustments to the mission objective and didn't have time to notify you. What happened? Nothing. Your destination is still in 537 Church, where Otto is located, but we're monitoring a certain round. A certain route? Is it an adjustment to avoid enemy defenses? Yes, specifically the operational part of the Spectre system helped us detect energy reactions within a certain range. As she spoke, the doctor waved her right hand, activating a small virtual screen. This is a topographic map of Colston. You've probably seen it many times. Look at the coordinates I've marked. Real-time monitoring shows that there are almost no unnatural energy reactions there. Meaning there are no enemies there? It's not on the shortest route to the church. If you follow The original path you wouldn't pass by that point. But now, considering the possibility of an ambush following this route would probably be more efficient. But Dr. Einstein, do you think Otto would leave such an obvious weak point? Hard to say, but regardless, it's not on the road we originally chose. Besides, the fact that the Spartacus can withstand the powers of the Herrscher of Dominance and continue monitoring as usual is surprising enough. If Otto has thought that far ahead, then we're likely to run into difficulties no matter which route we take. So it's like a chess match, isn't it? Maybe he's well prepared. An ambush could be waiting for us on the route that appears clear, or it could be just a tactic to mess with our heads. We just have to try it and see. If we overthink this and miss our opportunity, that's exactly what the enemy wants. Delaying only benefits Otto. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go, following this new route. Yeah. I just jumped down. It's faster. Where do I need to go? The objective is here, target. Okay. So following here. No. I don't want to fight if I don't need to right now. Since I don't want another 2-hour long episode for the second half. Since I probably will need to split this chapter into 2 parts again. Yeah, I'm not near. As soon as I'm near some teleport point, I will check how far I am. Okay. Oh. And no. Okay, I evaded it. That's good. Wait, Kiana. What's wrong, Fuha? Without saying a word, Fuha signaled Kiana to look ahead. She saw an enemy that wasn't shown on the detector. I knew it wouldn't be that easy. Kiana took out her detector, and indeed there was no signs of any kind of energy reaction in the area. Is there a problem with the detector, or this is no accident? This is the way the Jigsaw overseer operates. Most of what he does is like a game. He has placed pieces everywhere that we might operate. Are you saying that every step of our plan is within his grasp? Hard to say. The troops we saw don't look formidable. He may have only guessed that a breakthrough could happen at this point, or maybe he predicted that you and I would be the ones to come here. There's a big difference. If it's the latter, he definitely deployed reinforcements. Should we try to contact others? Not yet. I haven't been able to determine why the energy reactions here don't match the readings from the detector. Otto is just blocking the signal somehow. It's irrelevant. But if he can monitor us in real time, it might be reveal more weak points. But we can't get through undetected now. Then what if we continue along this road and try to break through the enemies directly? Is that too reckless? No, in a situation where we can't contact the others, it makes sense to stick to the original plan. We can strike these enemies and take them out quickly. So you mean all we have to do is take out these enemies, and it's basically like executing a raid? Yeah, in real combat, we always have to look out for ourselves. Yeah. Probably the tower or something like that. Now it just needs to quickly defeating this thing. Fuwa, is that Otto? What is he doing here?
どうしてここに？
気をつけてキアナ。
Oh, it's just a clone. That man knows better than using a phone when he must make haste. That was only a clone. Was to be expected. I didn't want to use the anime. That was a mistake. Oh. Doesn't matter. Not like I can change it. Yana. Uhura looked around, but all she saw were lifeless ruins. Did she get separated in the fight? I've got to find her quickly. But if this is planned by that guy, why would he want to separate us? No, he couldn't have anticipated this, and this wouldn't have a decisive impact on our plan anyway. If this is really something he did deliberately, like using the power of the Hairs of the Dominance, for example. Uhura thought her brow to stick to the plan and stay on the offensive. She had to find Yana. She had to make a decision quickly. What is that? A dazzling beam of light shot into the sky nearby. Undoubtedly, it was a sign of a decisive blow being struck. In the eventful 500 years history of Colston, there was only one person who could create a flame like this. Kiana, she's nearby. Looks like she's serious. Who is the enemy? The enemy is probably the new Schicksal S-Ring, I agree. Yeah. Unlocked after clearing. Okay, so I get this one later. Yeah, I managed to get it. Yeah. That's what I wanted to tell you. I'll take you down before Fuhua gets you. How did your plans go away again, Raksha? Even though our opponent was different. Slow down. Today's not the day you defeat me. The Great Master has arrived. What? It's you. Master Jingwei. It's been a long time. Indeed, it's been 500 years. I never thought you'd still be alive, but this is something that man would do. Isn't it? I couldn't believe it when I woke up. But even though times have changed, my enemy from 500 years ago is still here. It seems like a dream. Fuhua, she's an old friend. It's a long story. Are you alright, Kiana? I'm fine, but be careful for her. It looks like she's under Otto's command. Who's under the command of that Raksha? Valkyrie is just the title he gave me, but I don't want it. Obviously, their whispers failed to escape Li Shuang's ears. Don't misunderstand, that Rashka saved my life, and I promised I would help him fight. But he just asked me to stop Master Jingwei, not to fight her. And 2-on-1, I wouldn't have a chance anyway. It's just not worth it. Maybe the Rashka thinks too highly of me. No, he didn't misjudge you. He didn't even misjudge me. Kiana, maybe you should go ahead without me. Uhura? If my judgment is correct, the two of us could easily overpower her, but that would still slow us down. Worst case, she might defeat me and delay you for a long time. Honestly, I'm not that confident, Great Master. It takes a lot to beat me. Others may measure the odds and give up the fight. But you stick to your word. Without weighing the cost and benefits, you keep your promises. This won't change, even though the person you made the promise to is a fraud and hypocrite. What has that Rashka done in these 500 years? I haven't heard anyone say anything good about him. Although she said this lightly, it didn't change Fuwa's judgment one bit. Keeping one's word when facing death was not as unusual in the era in which she grew up. Since she was young, she had heard epic stories of assassins living by such a code. But Fuhua, if you really do this on your own, don't forget about our mission, Kiana. No matter what, we have to keep advancing. More important matters await us. It's better if I'm the one to delay her. Fuhua could have guessed Kiana's reaction. This change of plan must cause some hesitation. But when facing the unpredictable, irrational former Schicksal overseer, it was important to see the bigger picture. She had prepared a more perceptive command bot. I understand, Fuhua. She didn't need to use it. Without saying another word, Kiana quickly turned to leave. It's just, when facing Otto, I also don't have much confidence. So you've got to hurry up and come help me. I will. Be careful. You too, Fuhua. The girl turned to look at the two of them and hesitated no further. Her footsteps soon faded away. Isn't there anything you need to do? Just now she had done what was necessary. Even if her opponent struck, now Kiana had safely gotten away. Whatever she came here on her own or was deployed by Otto, Fuhua knew the innocent appearance of the girl was deceiving. In the terms of Edge of Tucson, Fuhua was aware that her opponent was unmatched in this world. Yet the attack she was expecting did not come yet. No need, I said I would fight once, and I'm sticking to it. The girl smiled and spread her hands. Fighting more than once is of no benefit to me. Meeting again after 500 years is a little awkward. I fought with the Great Master before, right? I don't remember it, but the Rasha said the matter had been settled. You have a promise to fulfill, and I have a mission to complete. That's true. Is it that you have no choice, or is it fate, or is it measure for measure? I don't understand. For the first time since they had started talking, the girl took a step away from the edge of the observation deck. The two of them were uncannily alike in certain ways, and now they finally stood face to face. You should save the reminiscing until this is all over. Yeah, if something happens, we have something new to talk about. Okay, excuse me, messaging Ray. Yeah. Why do I need to fight in this form? Especially since... Mr. Jingwei, we're both holding ourselves back, and this fight will take forever. Unlike me, her blade mantra is still intact. If the fight drags on, I might not be able to defeat her. A school of Tucsan's founder Fuhua knew they couldn't be more familiar with each other's moves, which was why it was impossible for her to win by any conventional means. I have to upset the situation and break her balance. Thinking of this, her eyes leaped over Li Zhuzhang and rested on the horizon. There's indeed an opportunity for me. An opportunity that no other opponent would afford me. At least I need to make sure she won't be able to influence the situation in any way. She had made her decision. A suicidal one in the eyes of others. I need to force that move out of her. And then resolve it. Yeah, that was a prolonged warm-up. Time for us to get serious. Yeah. I have a feeling we need to show her that. Not that, I mean, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Why does it now? Why do I now deal more damage? for it again. You've understood now, right? Understood what? I must admit we're equally matched given that your blade manta is still intact. Even if I could defeat you and then catch up with my partner, that would take a very long time. By then I'd probably become unable to help in any meaningful way. But it's the same for you. You should know if I am determined to avoid the fight, there's no way for you to keep me here. That's right. Speaking of this, Li Shuang lowered her head to check her shaky hands. That was odd. And their blades clashed, and unstoppable might came from Fuwa's blade suddenly, almost made Li Shuang falter. It wasn't a powerful move she'd never seen, not any kind of energy burst either. It felt like natural strength. The Rashka said Jingwei has a genuine celestial. Of course I know that, but I'm only a mortal myself. You know, if we can't end this quickly, I try to escape from the fight. Huh? That's not the way it's supposed to be. In that case, both you and I have reason to end this fight fast. Can do. It's Master Jingwei I'm fighting against. There's no way for me to ensure a quick victory. It may be true given that both of us have been holding ourselves back. That was a lie. But Fuhua knew the previous strike had misled Li Shuang, that she still had more cards up her sleeve. For the next hit, I unleash my full strength, and you might die if you don't do the same. I'm serious. If you still wish to fulfill your promise, it's time to show your trump card now, Shuang. Before it's too late. You just wish to buy some time for the silver-haired girl, right? Neither the Rashka nor I have any intention to harm you. But still, you believe only one of us can walk out of here alive? No, on the very contrary. You're fully aware of what Otto hopes to accomplish, and it's something I never condone. The history of 5 centuries is worth defending. But Master Jingmei... She didn't flinch her question. She realized she didn't even have to ask. Master Jingwei had a long tradition of never considering for herself, and she wouldn't be here at all otherwise. She'd be leading a much happier life now, perhaps. Li Shuang decided so, but soon rejected this idea. She had seen Fuwa's new life, only that. What you get from the present can never make up for what you've lost in the past. Well then, you have to forgive me, Master Jingwei. She had once said something similar to other people in the past. But the world had changed drastically since she took that fateful journey. The only thing that had remained the same was something she didn't even perceive. Whatever when she was facing the Sword Master before or the living legend now, the fire in her eyes always burned bright. That is the legacy Fuhua sighed in her heart. Despite knowing the most powerful move she created could not be blocked, she still took a step back and readied herself. Edge of Tucson, Eminence. The glow both of them were all too familiar with, now burst now. Eminence, the fount of change.
万物に妙にして芸をなし、敬をもって話すべからざる者なり。おそし様、この一撃は本当に気をつけてください。
Come on. As the blade left Li Shuang's hand, it awakened a fierce storm of swords engulfing everything. Only a faint dot of black and gold was saved from oblivion amidst the raging storm. Grips of Taixuan. Everything seemed to be frozen the moment when the wave of millions of blades was unleashed. But Fu knew it was only an illusion. Thanks to her superior reflexes, she had a moment before the blades reached her. As her mind spun fast for a solution, the Eminence blade wave was approaching her forehead inch by inch. Having lost the blade mantra long ago, there was no way for her to withstand this mighty blow. The overwhelming blade wave represented Li Shuang's strong confidence to subdue Hua.
そう、
This is indeed Eminence,
確かに。そして
and
私
I
は
have to take it.
この一撃を受け止めなければなります。静かな時ほど
Was
危
mind
険な
broke
もの
out
で
of
す。
the sphincter. Do I need to test for Svara too? The voice seemed to be very far away. In the darkness only the colorful light was within touch. No one could tell why people would see these light dots between life and death. They only knew their emergence symbolized one thing. Something had been changed permanently and irreversibly. No, there's no need. Hua's body is still in her head. But sacrifice is always necessary. If we succeed, even an average man can. May, she has woken up. Excuse us for a moment, Kevin. I'd like to talk to her in private. Are you alright, Hua?
博士、
Dr. May? Where
これ
am...
は
No need to open your eyes. Just relax.
私、
What happened to me?
一体何が。
You did even better than expected. That's all. The echo is being activated consciously. Data shows your muscle strength and natural reflexes have improved massively. Past events floated up from buried memories to the surface, forming white forms just like surging tides. In short, the Svara experiment was a success. Hua wanted to speak, but intensive pain all over her body prevented her. You don't have to ask, I tell you anyway. You're adapting to the initial changes, which takes time. I've explained to you how Svara reduces body rejection, just like Aponia's discipline, it works directly on your brain. As we expected, Svara can modulate the human mind and body to boost growth and Honkai energy adaptation. But for you, it also does something else. What do you mean? Hua, the girl that genes gifted you with superior vitality and memory, and Svara will make sure your potential is realized. You're still a young warrior now, but in the future you can reach farther than most of us. Fate has chosen a path for you. No one can foresee the Echo's influence on an individual or ensure the success of the Svara experiment. You're a miracle. That's all I have to say. Now have some rest and try to think about what I said in the meantime. Besides, there's good news for you. You won't have to worry about metamorph anymore. Svara is a catalyst as well as insurance to prevent you from losing control of yourself. Meanwhile, you should keep in mind that the brain is the most intricate and fragile of human organs. Even the slightest interference with the mind might cause disastrous consequences. As Svara seeps into your subconsciousness, your mind will also become part of it. No one can foresee the results. No one but you. The future is in your hands now. Footsteps sounded and then faded.
待って、
Wait, Dr.
博
May,
士。まだ
I have one more.
話したいことが。少し休み
Okay,
ますか。
that's the
いい
best.
え、
No, even I
私
didn't
自身
foresee
予
it.
測できませんでした。魔に落ちた
No
もの
mercy for the corrupted.
死すべし。 あくまで一つの
It's just one of
仮説
the many theories.
彼らにとって
In their view, time and reality are false concepts. Everything you see is created exactly when you begin to perceive it. Alongside its history, that's nonsense. What about the other theory? The other theory holds that time and reality have run out of their courses and we're only experiencing last reflection. The reflection will keep dimming down and there's nothing we can do. Alright, Moped, so why are we discussing nonsensical theories about time all of a sudden? In the disordered training room, a strong headache struck Dr. Tesla as she was seizing up the scattered mecha parts. Not long ago, she announced to Dr. Einstein with utmost confidence the next gen mecha just developed. And a new tech she planned to name Spartacus. Time. The resource you squandered the most. You should know how hard humanity has thought about it. Just let it go. It was no more than a lab accident. Don't stand idle there. Let me track the components. Such a pain in the butt. I take the two of us a whole day to fix it. Please come in. Tesla lifted her eyes and caught a suppressed, mischievous smile on Einstein's face. Moped, what's with your wicked smile? Dr. Einstein and Dr. Tesla, am I interrupting? No, you came right on time. What is it, Miss Fuhr? Miss Fuhr? Dr. Tesla and I have an appointment. Appointment? Ah yeah, Moped was right. You came on time. Remember the stamina test yesterday? I found some data problems, but I need more tests to make sure. We did the max used in the test. We can begin. Tesla's eyes returned to the scattered components. Alright, I need some time to prepare. With a heavy sigh, Tesla dragged herself to the wreckage. Alright, Moped, we can... It wasn't until then that she realized that the wicked smile on Einstein's face was false. Moped, you get back here! Anyway, we can only run simple beta tests now. Do you need a minute, Fuhr? No, I'm ready, Dr. Tesla. Probably gets weaker. I would think that could maybe be consequences from what it seems like. Next to the consequence that she can't forget anything. And that this is damaging her mind at some point for what she needed the divine key. But other than I can imagine maybe the health of sentience helps a bit out. Yeah. Exactly what I wanted. I need to smash this thing into pieces. Come on. And he did. It's over. For Tesla? That's enough data. Looks like my assumption was proved. You're now very healthy in every regard. The burden imposed on you by the Herrscher core has vanished with its deactivation. It's just your combat performance feels a bit underwhelming. I try to improve. No, it's not about effort. The point is, without the key of domination, your Honkai energy performance is no better than before you fully recovered. Is it because you're still adapting to a new physical status? Fuhr shook her head. Then perhaps it's the thing called Swara? My body may have fully recovered, but not my mind. It has nothing to do with Otto. I lost my blade mantra long ago, and since then Sora has no longer effective. But according to what you told us, it's a therapy that works on the subconsciousness. The effect should be irreversible. Isn't there a way to reawaken it? Your body had adapted to its influence long ago. There's got to be a way. The Tesla, thanks for your kindness, but there's no need. Reawakening it may not do me any good. I'm back to the beginning now, to the time before Swara became part of me. It's the most fortunate thing that's ever happened to me. Alright. Miss Wu, can I ask one more question? Einstein will emerge on the testing ground without anyone noticing. Now that Swara is no longer effective, and your body has fully recovered, the ability to transform into a Honkai beast. What we witnessed on Mr. Siegfried during the second eruption, is it still possible for you? Not unless I absolutely have to. Even if it comes to that, I only do it after making sure everyone on our side is safely away. For I may become a threat to friends as well. Which is to say, you have no trump cards left when the situation becomes desperate. True. Not even blade imminence? During the second eruption you were faced with a worse situation than now, but you still pulled it off. Back then I still had Fang Dawn. And it was in that battle I learned even blade eminence could miss. Ah, you mean... it was something else that helped the Herrscher block the unstoppable hit. Huh? What, any new discoveries? Nothing, just an impossible possibility occurred to me. What is it? Don't keep me guessing. No, it's not that. There's no one left in the world to help me confirm this possibility now. So there's a trick to win. No one can make me confirm this possibility. There are no absolutes. A ray of light darted into the clear lake, and for an obvious physical law, refraction happened as a certainty. When it reached the bottom of the lake, the direction had long changed, and what drove it astray was something as clear and bright as the lake surface. The thought made Fuha let out a long, heavy sigh, or whether it was a relief after confirming her judgment. Strange sibilants flew out between her lips, but she suddenly stopped without finishing. The spell-sounding words were known as Blade Swara in ancient Shenshu. Edge of Tucson entails 5 blade essence: mantra, form, sanction, ascension, and eminence. Centuries ago, everyone in Shenshu knew it was a sublime martial art from celestial Qingwei. What Fuha chanted was the mantra used to train blade mantra, the foundation of Edge of Tucson. Those who have mastered blade mantra can absorb essence from any part of the body. All martial artists exhaust their lives scaling the mountain of supremacy, but the Texun disciples are right at this peak. Every disciple had lived a legendary life, and every legend ended with a fateful tragedy. For this reason, Fuha knew better than anyone that the so-called blade mantra, which was known as Swara in a world facing doom long ago, had deviated from its original track without anyone knowing when. This is my mindscape, and exactly at the level of absolute calm. Blade mantra includes 4 levels: absolutely calm, falsely clean, clear mirror, and Tucson. After accomplishing Blade Mantra, the trainee's mindscape becomes a clear lake, with which further transforms based on the progress. The peaceful lake before her eyes was clear evidence that her Blade Mantra was accomplished. 500 years ago, there were raging flames and a great sword inches away from her forehead. Her Blade Mantra was shattered then, never recovered, which meant this mind lake has no reason to be here. And as the school of Tucsan's founder, a mindscape would never stop at merely absolute calm. Is that you? The answer had come to her mind. So, okay. A reunion with another old friend from centuries ago. What were the odds? Both reunions were unique in their circumstances. You especially. That's right, Kiana and Ponya didn't run into an illusion created by the Herrscher of Sentience in your image. You've been here all along. But everything is pointless now, Master. The dust from 500 years ago has settled, and today both of us are going to be reduced to ashes after a short moment. The Blade Eminence created by you is unstoppable. You know that better than anyone else. Maybe you stand a chance with Blade Eminence, but time is against you and you can't reforge Blade Mantra now. Not necessarily. Among the 5 essence of Tucson, Mantra and Eminence are the most tightly connected. Eminence in its nature is immense essence harnessed by someone with Blade Mantra. In other words, it's Honkai energy. I still can block it, deflect it, or even disperse it. The faint gold flashed across her mind again. Jihin sword? Master, you mean to take the hit with your own body? With my Blade Mantra broken, I don't have much confidence to withstand the hit, but it's theoretically possible. But Master, it's Blade Eminence we're talking about. Maybe you can resolve the concrete part. What about the formless part now that Fallen Dawn is no longer by your side? That's why we're meeting now. Blocking the hit is my only chance to stop Otto. Before this, I need to say goodbye to you, Master. Then she lowered her head and let out a low whisper. Her watery eyes had tried hard to hold back tears. Have you decided to let go of the past? Everything in the past has led us to this moment. Ling Xiong knew her master had sacrificed herself time and again in the past to ensure the world could reach the present. Fu Hua and Otto were now standing on the 2 sides of the balance, trying to steer the world in opposite directions. But this alone wasn't reason enough for her to risk her life. No. I used to do that a lot. Memories have served as one-time fuel for me, and I was forced to leave them behind bit by bit. But I won't do that anymore. I finally understood what remembering every moment in my past means to me. Some memories have burned out, but they left distinct and permanent marks on me all the same. I was Hua, I was Jingwei, I now known as Fu Hua. These are all milestones on my life's path. A path no preordinated, but built by my own choices every step of the way. We can achieve success only by learning from our failures. Is your past experience the only thing you can count on to win this duel? Maybe and hopefully a bit of luck too. Master has decided then. I have no reason nor power to stop it. but what you said just now would never have come from the celestial Changwei I used to know. It's a great honor and pleasure to bear witness. Shou, I've made up my mind. I'm marching on to tomorrow, but with everything from the past. As long as I can do this, the past will extend and grow starting from today. The most remarkable thing about time. Is it so, Master? You've always seen us this way. I know you're no more than memory fragments in my mind, but I never wish to forget. Without the past, there can be no future. Alright, Master. May we meet again. It's about time. Come on, Eminence, I can take it. Everything started to flow again. The edge of blade was about to sink into Fua's forehead, just like hundreds of years ago. Only back then it was someone else commanding the blade, and Fua herself wasn't the same person now. Everything in the past has led us to this moment. Fua had repeated this many times. But this time was different. I keep it in mind. That's Celestial Jinwei. She's just like Sui. Hush, even a Celestial should have a name, right? Just like me, she's forgotten her past but clings tightly onto the present without a clear vision for tomorrow. No one knows what tomorrow looks like. We have to find out ourselves. Really? Without the past, how can there be tomorrow? But having run into a myriad of dead ends, you finally recovered yourself, Master. Interesting. Everything in the past. Cannot be forgotten. Huh? Blade Eminence was blocked. Turkey returned to the viewing deck. The Blade Eminence threatened to tear the surroundings apart was no more. In the gasp of Fua's back, leg and gold gauntlets, a beam of light was twisted and broken into dust. The only winning chance worked for me. Master once said Blade Eminence was not exactly invincible. I never believed it, but now Grandmaster has proven it true. It was supposed to crush everything before it. But Master Jingwei blocked it without even a scratch. I know. No, there's no ensured victory against the true Master. Blade Eminence exhausted my strength and I have to admit defeat, Master Jingwei. Oh, for me, it was a huge gamble too. And without even a scratch was a massive understatement. The fight was much closer than you think, but I don't have the time to explain it in detail to you. You believed I tried to make this fight fatal, but it was exactly the other way around. Master Jingwei, please don't talk in riddles like Vaska. Blade Mantra works to your advantage. Its broken shots have weakened me. It was a weakness created by my past, but I finally sure it won't slow me down in any way now. Right now, neither of us is able to exert influence elsewhere, which is why we can finally fight with equal conditions. Fua's true intention finally became apparent to Li Shuang. Great, now the duel between the founder of Tuxan and its disciple has really begun. Right, I do wish to avoid a prolonged fight, and this is the best I can do. Successor of Tuxan. Fua tried to come up with the right words to describe herself. Not Celestial Jingwei, not the founder of Tuxan. She poised herself for the upcoming fight and reached out a hand to her opponent, a sign of both invitation and challenge.
これは私
This is my way of showing you respect.
この負荷が試合の
It's
中で
Fuhua. Li Shuang suddenly bursted into a soft laugh. In the laughter there was no contentment, only suppressed joy. The opponent standing before her once had many identities, a martial art legend, a mourner who lost all. But she saw something else today.
素晴らしい
Splendid, Fuhua, this is going to be an epic fight.
どうぞ
She clenched her blade.
どうぞ
I'm ready. Another fight.
無常時
Oh, oi. Supposed to flow of time. So I just need to smash it, I think. Yes. Perfect. Okay, I clone. Okay, so bit more than 100. Oh no, I can't get the real damage. So we finally get serious. And ultimate. Yeah, that's an easy win. I can only swing the iron one more time, Fua. That's all I have left.
そうです
I
ね
can see that.
すみません
But sorry, I need to save my strength.
私は全力を出せません
Ah, I see.
分かってますあの白
You
髪
still
の
wish
子を
to
追いかけ
catch
たいん
up
です
with your partner afterwards.
いいでしょう
Anyway, this is my last strike.
最後の一撃です
As if reaching the shore, the raging blade waves died down. The two held their breath. Neither of them was sure who the winner was.
あなた
You have more than one strike
一
left in
撃
you,
だけじゃない
right?
でしょ
It was decided.
はい
Yeah.
でも
But I gave everything I had,
私は
and you
全力
didn't
を
do
出
the
したけど
same.
つまり
Looks like I overestimated myself.
私は自分を買いかぶるべき
いやいや
No, Master Chingwei, your Tuxan mastery did
一撃だけ
overwhelm
で
me.
見ると勝負が
Just
そう
now
決
it
まったの
was 1 plate against 2.
1対2だったからです
Before the two plates came into contact, a third plate went for Fuhua out of nowhere. That was the deciding factor. It turned out Fuhua wasn't the only one to mislead the opponent in the hope of securing victory during the fight.
あなたの
You won. Fuhua fell.
本当は
It was never about win or lose. It was the
勝負
only
なんてありません
one way in wanting to win.
勝ち遅し様
Master Chingwei, if you had more consideration for yourself for the present, things might turn out
この
very
瞬間の
differently.
ためにもっと考えていたら
There wasn't any response.
遅し様
Master Chingwei? So she has fainted.
もう勝てるとは
Didn't
思わ
think
なか
I'd
ったし
win. The rush cut didn't tell me
これ
what to
から
do
どう
next
すればいい
either.
のか
Wait, maybe he didn't expect me to win at all.
遅し様の
Master
したいことは
Chingwei accomplished what she strove for after all. Her blade shattered into a million pieces, and without it supporting her, Li Shuang struggled to stand straight.
あの言葉
I meant everything I said.
間違いなく私の
A bitter smile crept up her lips.
仲間を思
Think
う
more for yourself or for your partners. I can't decide which
自分の
makes you
ために考
stronger,
える
not
こと
even from this duel.
けど
But that makes no difference now.
もういいんだ。だってお寿司
The
様
important thing is you've had a new beginning now,
新
Master
たに
Chingwei.
始めることができましたから。
Li Shuang took a few steps back and leaned onto the railing to stare into the horizon. After a long while, she returned to Fuhua and held her up.
まずは
I find you a
安
safe
全な
place
場
to
所で
rest.
しばらく休みましょう。あいつが私
Before the
を
rush
騙
car
したの
woke me up, he probably
き
had
っと
thought
自分のこ
his
とに
plan
自信
through.
があるからだと思うんですよね。もしかしたら
Maybe
私
we'll be
たちは
sent to the past in a
別の
while
時代に
after
戻
all.
ることになるかもしれない。今のあなた
For
に
you,
とって
Master
は
Chingwei, that may take some
む
getting
しろ
used
馴
to.
染みがないかもしれませんね。あなたが目
I'll
覚
be
め
here
るまで
waiting for you to wake
こ
up.
こで待ち続けます。何も知らない
Being
時代
tossed to
に
an
目覚める
unfamiliar era is no fun. I know it myself. Maybe I can help you adapt.
あなたも私
We've
も
both done our best.
最善を尽くしました。そうですよね。
Right, Fuhua?
ふわ
Fuhua?
また何か
Anything
用
else?
未来は
The future is in
あ
your
なたに
hands now.
任せる。ですが
But Dr. May, what do I have in my hands to pass on to the
私は後人に
successors?
何を与えればいいんですか？私
I have no idea.
わか
その点
Me
において
neither.
は。だから
So if you really wish to know,
小田下に向かっ
you
て
have to find out yourself
そ
in
の
the
目で
future.
確かめてみて。
Okay.
美しい世界を守るために戦うよ。
Okay, so next episode we're going to continue to the church. Yeah, and we finished 58%. So next episode will only be 1.5 hour. Probably still more, but the hope still remains that I will somehow manage not to completely need to make even longer videos. But yeah, I would say with that we are done for today. If you enjoyed this video, I would be happy about a like, a sub and a comment. And I hope I see you in the next episode. Goodbye.